right. And for this matchup, we have Small Boys on a Floating City versus Flight Crew. You have the Navy versus Chair Force. I think Chair Force is arguably the one to win. A little bit of bias from me. My brother is in the Air Force. My father was a Marine. Um, so I am rooting for Flight Crew, but I think overall, I think it's two NCS players on Flight Crew compared to, or sorry, on Flight Crew compared to Small Boys on a Floating City. So this should be a very interesting matchup. Sticks, do you have anything to say for this matchup? Yeah, a couple new names that I've seen. I do know Sif. I do know Mayo. I know Fenrir. I know this guy's pretty well. So this should be a pretty good matchup here. And I guess without further ado, let's get the show on the road. On the kickoff, we have a so far lead for, I'm gonna say, Flight Crew here. Mayo with a beautiful clear is going to put this to the corner. Sif ready to carry the ball. Mayo with a beautiful challenge, and we're already seeing a big drastic speed difference from our previous game. Beautiful dunk in the corner. A bump on Mayo is going to allow Sif to try to make a play here. Unfortunately, Precision getting in his way. As just crazy, or I will just refer to him as crazy, is going to try to get the 50 over Mayo, and a beautiful pinch. I'm gonna try to find some sort of mid here as Mayo gets the block. Beautiful goal line save there as we have Fenrir taking the ball to the corner, trying to make some sort of a play happen. Beautiful dunk as well in the corner. Precision with the clear. Sif up, ready to continue the play as we go back and forth into the midfield. Sticks, what are your thoughts so far?
Yeah, it just seems like without being rude, it looks like tennis, dude. Like they're just hitting the ball back and forth. But it definitely is faster, a lot of better touches than the last game that we experienced before. So it looks more even than I thought it would be. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, as we said before, game one's usually that feeler sort of game, and it looks like these two teams are filling each other out. Fenrir trying to get this out middle, but Sif ready, trying to get the double tap. Mayo kicking it out to safety. Beautiful defense here. So we have Crazy trying to get the 50 out to Precision. She does get, baiting Fenrir for the 50, beats Mayo, and it is 1v1, and Sif trying to take a shot, but Mayo, again, what a save. So you get a clear from Fenrir. And it is, like you said, tennis, back and forth, especially towards that midfield. Both teams having somewhat even pressure here. See Precision waiting to get the ball, but Mayo up for a solo play. Crazy with a crazy save. As we start to see Air Force take some sort of momentum here, but the Navy is just unrelenting, allowing some sort of counterattack as we see the corner start to develop. Hopefully with a pinch out, doesn't quite get it. Two players committing in goal line could be dangerous as we start to see some sort of a counterattack go in for Precision, trying to take a shot, but doesn't quite convert. We're with the ball. Gonna get a 50 over Sif. He does. Back pass. The corner. And unfortunately, nothing's still happening. Minute 40 left. No goals yet. We get two pre-jumps. This could be dangerous, but Precision on the backboard, ready to deny that one. And it just seems so equal right now, Sticks. I mean, there is
Yeah, it
just
does.
really
They're just
nothing.
going back and forth.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. So we start to see midfield open up a little bit. Good attempt from Mayo to try to continue the play here, but Precision trying to get it out over one. Maybe answers back with a clear of their own. Mayo taking it up sidewall, gets the beat out over Sif, but Precision there. Crazy. Up to the side, Precision pre-jump. Didn't quite go in his favor. You see Sif getting beat. A pinch over to the other corner. Fenrir keeping this ball alive for the Navy. Crazy, able to get a clear and just back and forth action. Looking a little dangerous for Air Force here, as Navy just has that unrelenting pressure and that could have went in, but they still maintain pressure and control. Mayo leaving this for the boost. Allows Fenrir to cut in. Sif trying to get the 1v1, but Fenrir sticking up, could have an open net, tries to fake, doesn't quite get it. Hayes with the last play, but Fenrir unable to turn in time, and this is going to go into overtime.
What if we got like a 6-minute overtime? That'd be kind of cool.
That would be hype. I want to see it. I want to see it. I mean, these teams are so equally matched. It could go either way.
For the content.
For
I've
the content.
had most of these games end within like 20 seconds though. The scoreless overtimes.
12-minute overtime. We're going to be here forever. I mean, these teams are equally matched, it seems like. But a pre-jump could be dangerous as Mayo tries to put this one away, but Sif there for the save. It's Hayes. Just makes something happen. A little bump. Precision flick over one. Fenrir challenges out to the side, but Crazy able to put some sort of threatening play on, but this could be dangerous. Sif looking for the air dribble, gets bumped off for Mayo to continue the play. Opting not to touch that to collect boost. Fenrir trying to set up his play, but Hayes cuts in. Fenrir looking for the bump, doesn't quite convert. And that might just be what one of these teams needs, is a very good bump or demo play in order to get some sort of goal in, because it seems like both teams just have somebody in net ready to save the ball. Sif getting bumped. It is a 3v1, and this could be the bump play, but unfortunately, Sif misses the shot, and this is going to be a counterattack for Navy. Mayo off the side, gets his pass down, but Fenrir not jumping, allows for Hayes to try to set up some sort of play. Precision there. Sif for the clear. And this could be in. Sif, Precision, no, a beautiful pass from Sif to Precision. We are going to see Air Force take the first game off of the Navy guys. I mean, coming in for a 3-0 lead against King of Battles, Flight Crew is definitely on a roll, but I mean, Small Boys on a Floating City did not necessarily do bad there. It just was unlucky that they couldn't convert on their shot, and it was just a 3v1 offensive push and all out or nothing attack. And I think once these teams realize that's what they need to score, we're going to start seeing it even more. I mean, it's going to be pretty interesting to see how these teams are going to utilize those bumps and those demos to their advantage, as that seemed to be what the difference maker was in that overtime. As we roll into the second match, I can't wait to see how these teams are going to adapt and play for that win. Sticks, would you like to start us off for the kickoff?
Oh, sure, dude. Of course. All right. You got Mayo and Crazy on the kickoff. Mayo wins that every day. Precision hits it up the wall, clears it to midfield, gets it past to Sif, gets it past Hayes. Mayo gets a touch. Ooh. Fenrir trying to get it past mid. Precision able to intercept it. Dude, these rotations are clean. I ain't gonna lie to you. You don't see that in C1.
Wow. And I mean, talking about the rotations being clean, but like look at the mechanics getting shown out by Mayo. Able to slot that one in. Navy has a vengeance. Small boys on a floating city. More like big boys on the ceiling. As they start to take the first goal here. And we're trying to get this one out middle. Does get the beat. Sif ready to take possession here. Gets a good pop, but Mayo there to deny it. Precision cutting in early. Trying to beat one. Gets dunked. So we see a kick out to Crazy. 1v1 on the island. Sif getting the 50 in the midfield. He's trying to put on some sort of a shot, a double commit. It's going to leave. Air Force in a little bit of a pickle, but Precision able to clear this one out. He's looking to try to get the 50. Maybe a pinch here. He does successfully get the pinch. Leaves the ball for boost. As you see Precision kick this one out. Fenrir again trying to speed up the play, and then Navy is just coming out the gates swinging. They are on a vengeance, wanting to prove something. That game one bump didn't mean anything, but Mayo almost converted again. Couldn't quite get it, as we see Sif leading the offensive charge. Didn't quite get the touch he was looking for. As we start to see a little bit of a development in the corner of Air Force. Precision. Able to dunk that one down. Trying to get some sort of a 50 here in the corner. Maybe a bump. Sif trying to take a shot, but a beautiful save by Fenrir. Goes up in the air, and I mean, there's a lot of mechanics being shown on the field. I mean, all these players are very much capable in their own right to pull out any sort of mechanics, so I'm interested to see if maybe that's something that's going to happen. A beautiful pinch off the sidewall. It's going to maybe result in an own goal, but Fenrir was able to not put that in his own net. Nice little dish out. Unfortunately, nobody was there for Navy. To Precision getting the demo. And this is going to kick out again back into that midfield. This is where the pressure starts to build up as Crazy kicks this out. Precision almost getting a piece of that. Sif going up, getting the reset. Another reset, gets it over. And Hayes there for the save. That could have been dangerous for Navy. Now Mayo going to display a little bit of mechanics himself, going for the musty. But Fenrir unable to connect on the 50. It's going to be a 1v1 into the net, and a 50 is going to spill out. Luckily, Mayo was there for the touch out. As Hayes gets this out to Mayo. Mayo puts a shot on. Crazy could be in trouble. Gets a bad touch. Mayo out. Fenrir finds the goal, and it is 2-0. And I mean, this is a vastly different game than what we saw from game one.
Well, like I said, game ones are always fill out games. They felt them out and they adapted.
That is very true. I mean, like we said, I mean, game one's that feeler, so I think Navy's starting to feel themselves, and the flight crew's going to have to figure out what they need to do to bring this game back into their grasp. Precision trying to take a shot, doesn't quite get it. Spills out to the corner. Sif wanting to kick this out to his teammate, but Mayo there for the clear. Fenrir trying for the redirect. Gets the boost, no bump. Mayo's going to take this one back. Find boost, try to make a play out. Gets to the ceiling, tries to beat one. Gets a 50. Precision trying to get a piece of it. Doesn't quite get it. Fenrir beating one. This is open if he can get it to the middle fast. Takes his time, and unfortunately that option closes up. The Precision there for the clear. You see Fenrir passing this off to Hayes. Fenrir gets a little bit of a touch, not quite good enough to alleviate that pressure. See Hayes start to make his plays here. Fenrir with a beautiful clear. Hayes trying to get the redirect out. Mayo's last back recognizes that, plays Shadow. And a bump in the demo, and Air Force, or I should say Flight Crew, finding their first goal in the second game. We saw that they excel on those demo plays, and Navy's got to be very careful. Small boys on a floating city, I should say, has to be very, very careful with overcommitting and greeting for those extra goals. This is now a 1-point game. Kickoff going in favor of Flight Crew here. Precision trying to find some sort of a 50. It's faked, goes for the bump. A little bit more aggressive play here. As Crazy tries to take a shot here, Mayo gets it up. Sif last back, trying to play. Hayes is 50 here. Gets beat out to the corner, and Fenrir just has an open goal and a very good isolation in the corner. As we can see, Hayes taking his time in the corner, knows that he just has to beat one, gets that beautiful corner bounce right to Fenrir, who was very patient as second man, and it's now a 2-goal lead.
I think that might be the nail in the coffin for this one.
I think so too. I mean, they would have to have a kickoff goal here, but Mayo is just going to slow down the play, try to get the 50. This is still up, could go in. Maybe one for the road, but Hayes says
no. Nope.
It's definitely a very vast difference between game 1 and game 2 here. Game 3, do you think we're going to see a little bit more of that tennis ping pong that we saw in game 1, or do we think one of these teams are going to come out the gate swinging like game 2?
I think Flight Crew is going to come out the gate swinging. I mean, each goal that they've scored has been a demo goal. So obviously I think they're going to see that that's what's working, and I think they're going to play much more aggressive going into game 3.
I certainly want to agree as well. I think Flight Crew definitely has the ability to make these goals possible, but they are going to have to work around using those demos and those bumps to their advantage. And I think Small Boys on a Floating City are going to have to recognize that and not be pushing up their third man too heavy. But we're all about to see this unfold as this kickoff is underway. This could be a very dangerous kickoff. Crazy last back here. Gets to touch Mayo, almost slotting that out, but Sif for the clear and Precision.
Ooh.
Able to kick this one out. And Sif almost taking a shot and a goal here. And, I mean, it's almost like you predicted, right? I mean, Flight Crew coming out, swinging on the gates, and Sif might have a goal, but Hayes for the deny. Precision couldn't quite slot that one over as Crazy takes a touch up the backboard for Fenrir to touch down to Sif. Gets a beautiful save. Mayo starts his counterattack, gets the flip, pre-flip. Tries to go for the 50, gets the 50, grabs boost. Not quite playing the ball here, maybe a demo, not quite. You see Precision ready to receive. Unfortunately, not receive. As we see Hayes, a little double commit from Small Boys on a Floating City, as we see Flight Crew possession here. A bit of a delayed corner here as a pinch comes out from Sif right to Precision. Demoed on Sif. He's going to get that touch out to the corner. Maybe is comfortable. Sif fake challenging here, getting Fenrir to pass away the ball. Precision gets a 50 that spills out to Crazy. Mayo getting the 50 out. Sif no boost. Precision has to cut. Try to force that one out, and a big demo coming out, but a beautiful save coming from, I believe, Precision, and the demo coming out for Navy, and this could be dangerous, and oh my goodness, what a save. And just both sides kind of being relentless with each other. We're seeing a lot more of these aggressive plays coming out, a lot of these bumps, a lot of these demos, and it seems like both teams are not afraid to use either of those. As we see Fenrir try to pick this up, make a play go. Sif puts this a little bit dangerous. Crazy's going to have to kick this one out, but Hayes putting this backboard waterfall. Doesn't quite go in the favor of Navy, but Precision trying to get some sort of a clear out. Crazy starting the counter, but Fenrir pre-jumped. Getting a great 50 as Sif gets beat by Hayes. Mayo ready for cleanup. Puts this one corner. Maybe not the place that he wanted to put it. As we see Hayes up in the air, and this could be dangerous, but unfortunately a little bit too high on the double. Fenrir takes this one back for Mayo. Mayo putting this one again on backboard. Sif reading, trying to get the double, gets the double. Double committing with Precision, however, could leave them in a tough spot. However, nothing has resulted from that double commit here in the corner. As it starts to slow down, we're starting to see a lot more aerial battles compared to more mid-line 50s that we were seeing earlier. Mayo trying to take a shot here, couldn't quite convert. Takes it to the wall. Goes for the flip reset, doesn't quite get the flip reset. We'll have to use the 50 instead. And I mean, we are already ellipsed 4 minutes. And Sticks, I mean, we're not seeing any goals scored. Who do you think is gonna take it?
I don't know. It's more like game one without like the banging the ball back and forth. Like they're getting controlled touches. Ooh,
Oh, wow.
what a 50.
Precision. Able to... Was that a pinch? Yeah, I mean, a pinch in, and Hayes could do nothing about that. Flight Crew is going to be up 1-0. If these teams have one game on their belt, could be our best 5 game that we're looking for in the caster box. Hayes with the beautiful 50, not quite getting that one into the goal. You see Fenrir, time and space, trying to kick that out. Out to Mayo, gets this one out to Hayes. Little boost grab from Sif here. So we start to see these clears unfold. We're starting to see small boys on a floating city heat up here, but a bump's gonna come out. Little disruption on the sidewall. Gonna allow Precision to sort of make a play here. Looking maybe for a demo, leaves it instead. And it's gonna be interesting to see what Precision can do. A little flip reset, no bump. Start to see a little bit of some scrambling in the midfield as small boys on a floating city are trying to find a goal desperately in the last 15 seconds here. It's all out or nothing. We're starting to see that third man come up a little bit far. Crazy, trying to kick this one out. Maybe a 50, but it looks like they're just playing time here. Sif, dangerous challenge, but Precision downs that, and Flight Crew is going to take game 3 in this best of 5. Six, any comments? Anything we're seeing here?
Yeah, I think we saw each team kind of adapting. We saw more offense this game, I think, than the first game. I feel like it was more of just seeing what each team was gonna do, and then this game is kind of the result of seeing what the other team can do. They were all on offense, trying to use their mechanics and control and all that. So I think, man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, to be honest.
I definitely think this is a pretty even matchup, right? I mean, you see Flight Crew taking
Yeah.
game 3 here. But, I mean, we cannot count out Navy here for trying to get some sort of goal here in the 4th game. Gonna see if they are able to get that that win to force out a game 5. Sticks, do us the honors for kickoff.
Okay, we had Precision and Mayo on kickoff. And Mayo's gonna get the beat. Sif takes it up the wall, gets 50'd by Hayes. And Fenrir scores immediately.
In the way that these games have been played, it seems like the team that scores first is usually the team that usually wins it. So, small boys on a floating city can somewhat convert here. Could have an interesting game 5 on our hands.
Yeah.
With a mistouch. Continue, Sticks.
Oh, I was just agreeing with you, but
Yeah, fair. Crazy. Trying to get a play going on here as Hayes Trying to look for a defensive save, but Precision's going to back pass out to Sif. For Mayo to develop the ball, but Precision with the major whiff. Could be dangerous, but Crazy able to pick up this Fenrir. Getting a very interesting lob. The flip reset. We start to see the kick out to Sif. Sif looking to make some sort of play with a very beautiful flick. Starting to see this play slow down a little bit compared to the first 3 games. Bump coming out. So Crazy. This could be lobbed in. Unfortunately, doesn't quite convert. Mayo missing his challenge as Fenrir goes up for the 50, successfully gets the 50. Precision clearing this out for Hayes to pick up. Fenrir getting the boost, ready to cut in when necessary. Misses opportunity to cut. Mayo last back, trying to get a clear. Beautiful demo by Fenrir. This could be dangerous. Sif puts this down for Precision. Precision misses the upfield touch. So Mayo gets a soft touch out, and this could be dangerous, and Precision finds the back of the net. I don't know if Mayo thought that maybe he had a teammate last back. I'm going to have to watch this back. See a little bit of a stutter there, and the defense got a little confused. And 1-1, 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Flight Crew wins. They continue to go on. If Small Boys on a Floating City find themselves a goal here, we could see a game 5. So this should be interesting. Teams fighting tooth and nail to secure a next goal. See Mayo with a beautiful clear right to Hayes. Free jumping with Mayo, doesn't quite get the touch he was looking for. Fenrir only one with boost so far for Small Boys on a Floating City. Hayes gets clear out. Sif trying to get the dunk, does get the dunk. Precision tries to turn. Turning a little bit late. It allows Fenrir to develop the play, but Precision able to cut. 2 beautiful touches. It's going to allow a 1v1. Doesn't quite convert. As we see Sif with another 50. Tries to get the reset. Doesn't quite get the reset. Precision's going to have to clear this one out, and this could be a little dangerous as Hayes flips past, but Precision misses his mark. Sif gonna try to find a clear, doesn't quite get it, gets bailed out. Crazy. Mayo tries to get a double touch, a triple
what
commit
a save.
coming out from Flight Crew. And if Hayes can get back here, it could be an open net, but it goes over, and Flight Crew is going to find themselves their second goal. Precision able to beat one, find himself stranded on the island, no defender, able to catch up to him, and by the time Hayes comes back, he's already beat over top, and Mayo was just a little bit too late to arrive for the save. Flight Crew, even though they're not getting their 3-0 like they did previously, they are showing a little bit more of that 3-0 attitude that they had in their first game. Gotta think, what is Small Boys on a Floating City thinking about right now? I mean, you see a whiff, a fake coming out. Precision gets the double tap, and Sif and Precision double commit there in the corner, gonna allow Crazy to go. Fenrir gets a clear out to Sif. Sif already up, very good gather touch here as he tries to get a 50. Doesn't quite get it, kicks it out as Hayes tries to play the 50. Mayo sweeping this one up the corner, trying to get a play out. Early flips, taking control, but redeems himself by getting the 50 as Fenrir looking to try to start a play. Hayes getting the 50, but Crazy on the breakout 1v1 with Mayo. Mayo having to kick this one out, playing backboard, ready to defend, gets the 50 as he continues to go a little bit more aggressive. I think Small Boys on a Floating City are trying to find something. 50 seconds left on the clock. They need something. They're playing a little bit more aggro. Starting to see that third man come up. A beautiful clear out to Mayo. Mayo getting the dust, and if he reads this, this could be dangerous. A miss on the goal. Fenrir tries to take a shot. Shot on target, but unfortunately gets cleared out. Mayo looking for the catch. Gets the beat. Crazy missing the 50 as this rolls out to Precision. Takes the corner, and I think Flight Crew's plan here is to hopefully try to window out the clock as desperately as possible, because Small Boys on a Floating City are holding them hostage here in the defensive pass, and that could be dangerous.
Ooh.
And Hayes finds the equalizer. What a beautiful shot here. I mean, you see Mayo turn back in, bait, get the flip, and Hayes ready to score that and slot that, and then it's not over. Sticks.
Yeah, if SBFC can keep up this aggression, I think they could take this match. I mean, they caught Flight Crew off guard, and it's working. They just need to keep it up.
A miss there is not going to allow it to keep it up as we're going to go to overtime in game 4. Kickoff going off strong. We have Sif on the island, ready to try to make a play. Opting not to jump there, allow for the clear for Precision to get possession. Tries to get the 50. Mayo denying possession there as that kicks out to Sif and Fenrir, which does get a 50 to Precision. Fenrir still on the ball. This could be dangerous, but Precision touches it up. Sif desperately jumping to corner. And Hayes gets this on backboard. Mayo has to readjust, gets the flip reset. Not the dunk, and this is the open net. Can Fenrir get back to the save? And he does. Precision trying to get something going for Flight Crew here. You see small boys on a floating city in their defensive half trying to kick this ball out. As this one spills out, this could be dangerous. Sif could try to convert, but unfortunately misses the Doomsy. And we're seeing a lot more pressure come out. A bump coming out as they take the goal, and Flight Crew is going to take it as Sif finds the goal here. Precision did bump Mayo, and unfortunately Hayes couldn't get back in time to defend. And we're going to see Flight Crew go up against CCM. I mean, that was very, very interesting, Sticks. I mean, I said it kind of in the beginning. I think the bumps and the demos, it's going to be what really, helped with these plays. And I mean, we saw it at the end, right? We saw a lot of aggression come out for Flight Crew. And I mean, are we going to see Chair Force win it all? I mean, anything can happen, right? We have the
Right.
Army Marines versus the Chair Force.
I think no matter what, dude, this was an entertaining series. This is probably the most entertaining series I've ever watched.
Yeah, I mean, this was a really, really fun series. It was a really fun series to cast too. I mean, a lot of action happening, a lot of aggression going on in the field, and I think we're going to take a slight intermission break, and after that, we are going to have our grand finals.